Hello, my name is Chief Lionel Smith of the Dixmoor Police Department. A little bit about myself. I am currently the Chief of Police here in Dixmoor, Illinois. I was just sworn in on January 26, 2023. My current role before that was Deputy Chief of Police. I have 20 years of experience here in law enforcement, starting back in 2003. During those 20 years of service, I've fulfilled pretty much every role in the police department that you could fulfill. I started off as a patrol officer. I think I've done that for maybe like 10 years. During that time frame, I was also a tactical officer. Dealt with high crimes and gangs and drug activities. I also became a patrol sergeant, watch commander. I served in the role of internal affairs commander, patrol commander, and of course deputy chief of police. Also, for a few years, for about a year, I was an investigator, detective division. So again, my 20 years of experience has allowed me to receive the proper resources and the proper knowledge, wisdom in order to fulfill a role of as prestigious as the chief of police. And I'm honored to be the chief of police for Village of Dixmoor at this time. I started Dixmoor October 2021. I've noticed a lot of change that the department needed, not just Dixmoor, but just police in the 21st century. When I was allowed the opportunity to move up to the role of Deputy Chief of Police, I started implementing some of those changes that we needed desperately. So many police departments need as well. Through collaborations and assistance from outside agencies, we were able to streamline a lot of outside help that was more community-based policing. Not only just focusing on affecting arrest or whatnot, but more building the community and bridging that gap. So once I was elected to the chief of police position, I came up with a 90-day, so to speak, action plan. No particular time frame on each phase, but within this 90 days, I have 3 phases. The first phase would be observation. Granted, I have been here for some time now, but there's still so much to learn. So I sit back and I just try to observe some of the things, some of the changes that not only Dixmoor needed, but policing in the 21st century in the state of Illinois needed. So I observed some of the outdated policies, procedures, some of the training that's no longer needed, training that is needed now, just to be more effective with policing in today's society. Second phase, more like communication. Not only communication within the department, but within the village. Communication outside of the village within the other jurisdictions. You have the county, you have state, the federal level. You have the state's attorney's office, you have public integrity. So there's a lot of moving pieces on moving a police department forward in the right direction. And finally, execution. Some of the things that we've spoke on that we would like to implement within the police department, now we have to take those words and place them into action. So that was the final phase. Again, each phase is going to have different timelines, whatnot. Some are going to be faster, some slower. But we're going to make sure that we take our time and do it correctly the first time. Some of the key factors I would like to work on: conducting internal investigations, internal audits. Wronging a lot of our rights, or righting a lot of our wrongs, I'm sorry. There's a lot of outdated policies and procedures. The first thing that I worked on was updating our policy manual called Lexipol. Lexipol is a program that is used by many outside agencies other than just Dixmoor. It's always up to date. Whenever there's any updates from the state or the federal level, we receive those updates as well. And that way I can roll it out to all the officers. So that was the first and foremost, make sure that we're up to standard, the bare minimum. But now we have to focus on making sure that the officers are aware of the do's and do nots, of course. Some of the other things I want to do is work with the community directly. Growing up, I want to always have that relationship with other people who look like me. And of course, the policing have to wear so many hats. It's kind of hard to have particular officers that can focus on the beat instead of just chasing calls. So that way we implemented a policy deflection and diversion program. And they come out and they assist us. They come out once a week. They come out as much as we need, but we have them once a week where they come out and they ride around with an officer. for about an hour or two. During that time, we try to meet people where they are. Anybody need any type of assistance, whether it's any type of alcohol abuse, drug abuse, sexual abuse, homelessness, anything like that. We have that program that we've established, and it's been in the program for maybe like 4 or 5 months now. I'm sure some people, some of the residents who've come out to some of the events that we've had have maybe seen these people out here. If not, feel free to come out one day, one of the future events, and I would love to introduce you to them. Moving the department forward with training, and not just the bare minimum, but I want all the officers here to be trained, and some of the things that we're not used to seeing police trained in. And I'm speaking more like mental health, because I think that's not enough focus on mental health. And most of the calls that we receive nowadays, there's a thin line, and a lot of officers do not know how to handle a lot of the situations that may arise because they might be having a mental health crisis. So myself have been put through, I believe it's like a week-long training called CIT, Crisis Intervention Team. And we're on the, moving forward with putting all the officers through that type of training as well. It is rigorous, it is good training to have, and I believe it may become a state mandate in the future, but we would like to get on top of that right now. I want to start a strong vision for the future, further define the village of Dixmoor. I know I speak with the mayor in the past, and I mentioned just last week, why can't Dixmoor be something more like the Oak Lawns or the Frankforts or the other villages in the area that are flourishing, not only with business, but with just bringing that positive atmosphere to this village. And I think it's about that time. So with the right people in place, I would love to see Dixmoor move furthermore in the 21st century. And like I said, just be that place where anybody can come and work and live and play and just enjoy their time here. Hopefully we can build, residential trust more. I think we do a good job with that. But again, there's so much more work we have to do. So with your help, I would like to, build this department much further. That being said, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later.